No, we're not done. Not at all. You see, I'm not going to paraphrase anything. I'm just going to let your coach talk to you, Tammy. Because here's what Norb said. Great player, 4-year starter, PSAC single champ, doubles record holder, teamed up with Lisa Warren, and I call him Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, because that's how tight you two were. They were ranked #1 in the East throughout their careers. The biggest thing that Tammy Myers had was she had attitude. She had leadership, great leadership. He said Clarion had a target on its back. You see, they won 4 state titles in a row. No one would play them. So they had to go to play Penn State, St. Bonaventure. They had to get them on the schedule. You see, they had PSAC titles from 1987 to 1990. They only lost 1 game, and they lost it to Penn State University indoors. After beating the pants off of everybody and the tennis shoes off of everybody on the courts, they had to go indoors. But that was their only loss. He said, Tammy, you were above all things, just like Dan's buddies, a great friend. You made friends with everybody. But he also said, Tammy, that you were a teammate and you were a captain. A captain who would tell your teammates to step it up. He called you a player's coach. It kept everybody in line. All-American. Kept yourself in mind too. Great discipline, great fortitude, great courage. You were dynamite, he says. I was proud to be your coach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Myers, 1991 Clarion.
This is a very humbling moment, to say the least. I'm truly grateful to receive this award this evening, and congratulations to the other inductees, Pint, and Tim, Jack, and Dan. It truly is an honor to be in your company. Such great student athletes here at Clarion University. Thank you to President Whitney for making this evening so special. Thank you to Rich Herman, Chairman of the Hall of Fame Committee, and the rest of the committee for selecting me. And thank you also to Coach Bashnickel for your letter of recommendation and for all that you've done for me. I certainly couldn't have accomplished this achievement on my own, and I've been so blessed to have so many wonderful people in my life. And at the center of it all is my faith and my personal relationship with God. And without him, none of this would be possible this evening. Extreme gratitude to my family for instilling that value in me at such an early age. I'm so grateful for them for that. My family has always been there for me. They've been extremely supportive and have encouraged me every step of the way. And I'd like to acknowledge them tonight, because many of them are here. And could just please stand up. My mom and my dad, Debbie and Bob. Thank you for being such great role models in my life, and for teaching me through your examples. Thank you for all the love that you've given me. To my sister Becky, my little sister, who's for encouraging me, and I always knew I could go to you and confide in you and trust you without judgment, and that always has meant the world to me. I love you. Thank you. To Janice, Janice, my rock, really. She lifts me up every day and encourages me to be the best I can be, and she brings the best out of me. And I'm so grateful for her love. My grandfather, Bob, stand up. Another great role model in my life. And he's always been there to encourage me and just to love and support me. And I'm just so proud to have you here tonight, Grandpa. And his friend, Sherry, Jerry, I'm so happy to love not only to my grandfather, but to all of my family, and I'm so grateful for that, so thank you. And there are 4 other people that are no longer with us that I would like to mention and recognize this evening, because they had such a positive influence in my life. And they are my grandma, Helma Fair, my other grandmother and grandfather, Bob and Jean, and to Jan's dad, Chuck Irwin. I know that they're all still with me, and I know that they're smiling down on this very special evening, so I'm just grateful for that. My family, my parents, I mean, they've taught me a lot about hard work and dedication and responsibility. And they taught me not only to believe in myself, but to give to others and to trust in other people. And it's not always about winning the game in life, but it's staying the course, even in the midst of adversity. After all, great people fail, but they never quit. And my parents always believed in me and taught me those values. Some of the best times in my life were actually with my family here, my years at Clarion University. They traveled all over the country watching me play tennis, so I'm so grateful for that. And my grandparents had a motor home, and they would just travel wherever the team would go, so it was just really great fun. And some of these tournaments were so long that it was great having that motor home there, because it just really was great respite for the team. And my gran would cook all these wonderful meals for everyone, and it was just really great memories, and memories I'll never forget. I cherish them, and we still talk about them today, you know, all the time, and I just really miss those times. But you know, those are just memories that are always going to stay with me for the rest of my life. But I believe coming to Clarion was no accident. I feel God led me to this wonderful university. Or maybe it was Coach Batch and I go call in my house every other night. I'm not sure which it was. But in all seriousness, Coach, I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me in my life. In fact, if you could just stand too, because you've been such an inspiration in my life. You know, she's the wonderful woman behind the scenes, and she was always such a great supporter of our team as well, so I'm very grateful to you for that. But Coach, I have so much respect and admiration for you. You always encouraged us to not only excel on the court, but also in the classroom. And you always cared about our personal growth and development as an upstanding student athlete, rather than just winning tennis matches. But because you cared so much about us, and we could feel that, you created a winning team that just strived for excellence. And I thank you for that, because that's what really mattered. And we really had some great times and great memories. And through your guidance, I learned about commitment and integrity. I learned about the true meaning of the word team. In fact, just a real quick story, it was early on in my freshman career, and we were at practice. We were having some challenge matches, and for whatever reason, I got angry, took my racket, I slammed it against the ground, I took a ball, and I just slammed it as hard as I could over the fence, just sending the ball sailing. And I look up, and Coach Batchnell saw me do that. And I was like, oh, okay. So immediately, upon him seeing that, he halted practice, he called everybody in, made everybody line up on the baseline, except for me, and he proceeded to make everyone run suicides while I watched. So you can imagine how I felt. And my first thought was, this is going to be a long 4 years. but then I really got it. I got what he was trying to convey to me. And it's not just about me. And it's bigger than me. It was about a team. And that how I carried myself, my attitudes, and the way I conducted everything, it affected not just me, but everybody. And I realized that's so much bigger than myself, and that's something that we really learn. You talk about life's lessons and learning life's lessons that day. I'll never forget that. And it really helped to develop character. And I thank you for that, Coach, because some of these great experiences that I've had here at Clarion University, obviously they stay with me, and they've helped me develop the person that I am today. And I'm so grateful, especially for you, Coach. So thank you. But, you know, Clarion is just a wonderful institution. Just so many memories here, and I just really think that there's some of the finest administrators, professors, and coaching staff. And to the student athletes that are here this evening, I just wish you all the best in your years at Clarion. Just soak up every moment that you possibly can. And there's just so many great opportunities before you, and I just wish you all the best. And I'd also like to just leave you tonight with just a quote from a book that's written by John Maxwell. And the title of the book is called The Journey from Success to Significance. And when I read this quote, it reminded me of all the people who've had great impact in my life, who have given to me and who have cheered me on along the way. So this is a tribute to them. Significance is more difficult to measure than success. How do you judge the impact of a person's life? Do you base it on the quality of one life touched or the quantity of lives influenced? And at what time do you try to make the measurement? By the time the person is 40, 65, or 90? Does history make the judgment at 10, 100, or 1,000 years after a person is gone? Or will we know the answer only in heaven? No individual can measure his or her own impact. So what is one to do? Keep growing. Do something every day to make yourself better able to give. Whatever talents, skills, and resources you have, improve them to the point that people benefit from the overflow of your life. Then keep on giving and let God worry about keeping score.